Today's rumor is hot. What's up, everyone? It's Dusty Gogoat. Welcome back to my headcanon. Today we're going to cover a rumor that I found on 4chan. It's from a few weeks ago, but I want to take a look to see if this matches anything that's been discovered through the rumors and the leaks that Riddler Coup have revealed. So we've got this beautiful photo of Cresselia and Darkrai. Here is some upcoming Legends Arceus info. I write transcripts and closed captioning for a company that was contracted by Pokemon for internal and in marketing videos. I kind of want that job. I've got to see if that job is available now. I'm leaving this week, so I don't care about keeping this info under NDA. My team has been terrible to me anyway. I've been a fan of the series, so I have a better understanding of the context compared to my coworkers. Man, this guy's got a complex. This is a garbage move. I get it. We don't all have to be team players, but sabotaging everyone's hard work for some internet points is kind of lame. And you're not even getting the internet points. I mean, you're posting this anonymously on 4chan. Regardless, here's a bit of info I saw from an upcoming trailer. The trailer was a draft and unfinished, like missing clips and gameplay, but still saw quite a bit. The starter evolutions for Rowlet, Cyndaquil, and Oshawott will remain the same species, but have drastically different designs and typings are revealed. Okay, so there's going to be new typings, new designs. That would mean that these are HISUIAN forms of the final form starters that we know and love. I was kind of split on this. I feel like if you're gonna take such an iconic Pokemon like a starter and give it a drastically new makeover, right? You would almost want to make it a new Pokemon, make it a completely different Pokemon, so there's no confusion. There's no like HISUIAN Charizard, right? How confusing would that be for more casual players? But on the flip side, if these starter Pokemon are iconic, you would want to retain the brand name of these Pokemon. So having a HISUIAN Samurott, HISUIAN Typhlosion, and HISUIAN Decidueye, I think that actually will be a good idea. I think that actually is a better idea. And what this also tells me is that the design philosophy for these Pokemon are not going to be too far off from what they already are, which means Samurott is going to be based on a samurai. If it had a different name, it might be going in a different direction, right? But it's not. Typhlosion, Explosion, it's going to be Volcano. And Decidueye, I don't really know. Decidueye really just means it's a type of tree, an everlasting tree. I think all of these Pokemon are going to remain within the theme, right, of their original creation. Oh man, I would be so excited if by tomorrow maybe we know the new typings and the new forms. This is exciting. Hey, do me a favor. Can you see if you're subscribed right now? 90% of you are not subscribed. No abilities were shown. Not sure if this game even has abilities at this point. I'll try and describe what I can see best I can. Okay, so at the time being, there are no abilities confirmed in Pokemon Legends Arceus. And something that Riddler Coup had been speculating is that there's not going to be abilities. At the time of recording this, abilities are not confirmed to be in or out of Pokemon Legends Arceus. But I based on the new battle mechanic that has been worked into this game, I would not be surprised if they removed abilities. And to be honest with you, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, they didn't have abilities either. And now I'm hearing discussions around how this game is going to heavily focus on catching, right, as post-game content. And that's very similar to Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. And it's got me thinking, is Pokemon Legends Arceus going to be more in line with Pokemon Go and those mechanics in that universe than we actually think? And I'm not really sure at this moment. Now, Decidueye is grass flying type and appears less Robin Hood-like, but more bird-like. I like this. I hope it goes in some sort of direction like a Blaziken. The green on its body appears lighter both in its art and in-game. No hood, but rather a spiked leaf collar, more prominent sharp claws, thinner body, and a visible arsenal of arrows on its wings. Will he still have a quiver? Or what I always wanted is its actual feathers to be the arrows. That's what I honestly always wanted for Decidueye. I hope this thing functions and acts a lot more like an animal as opposed to a human being with a bow and arrow. I hope this thing is more like a Sceptile, if anything. Give it the body structure of a Blaziken. For whatever reason, Blaziken to me feels more like an animal than anything else, any of the other human-like Pokemon. And now we've got Typhlosion. Typhlosion is going to be fire, fighting type, and bulked up more. The darkish blue fur on its back is now maroon, and it covers its entire face. The fire collar around its neck expands, wrapping around its more muscular arms. This is cool. This is also kind of triggering as a long-term Pokemon fan when I think of a fire fighting starter. This is really cool though, because a lot of it feels kind of left field. A lot of people don't jump to fire fighting as their first conclusion when it comes to theory crafting about a Pokemon, and I think a lot of people have just avoided this altogether. I've seen a lot of fighting type Decidueye, a lot of fighting type Samurott, but not Typhlosion. I like that it's gonna be covered in these type of bandages, and I really like that its face is gonna get more of a stylized look. You know, when it comes to these Pokemon designs, Typhlosion has always been like Furret tier. It honestly just is an animal with something on the back of it. It's flame mane, right? And that bluish color on its back. That's the only thing that really makes it feel like a Pokemon. I'm very interested to see what a fire fighting type Typhlosion could look like. Samurott is going to be water and rock type. Yes. Its shells should have already been an indication that it's going to be a rock type. Please tell me it's getting a giant sword. And it's protected by inconsistent patterns of rock armor. Its shells and blade are more grayish and brown. The blue of its body is more navy blue this time, and the facial hair on its face is missing. So it's bald. Samurott no longer has facial hair. It's gonna be clad with all this rock armor. Its shells and blade are more grayish and brown. The blue of its body is more navy blue this time. I do like this darker look. This is cool. It does feel like there's something missing, which is a giant shell katana. That would have been cool to see written out in text form. I'm gonna assume that's there. I mean, it mentions that it has a blade, so it does have a weapon of some sort. Kind of just a color tone. Honestly, water rock typing does make so much sense without changing the Pokemon too much. That makes a lot of sense. And it does seem kind of out of line for the traditional Samurott to not already have the rock type. So that's interesting. The player characters were riding the starters evolutions. Not sure if this is optional from the regular riding Pokemon in the game will feature. You could fly on Decidueye, ride on Typhlosion, scaling up mountains, and swim on Samurott both above and underwater. Wow. The more I get into this, the more this actually sounds like a successor to Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Get out of here with that Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee 2 Johto edition. Get out of here with that. Ilka's gonna make the Johto game, and this is seeming like Game Freak is making Let's Go 2 with a different engine almost. There's a lot of things, if this stuff comes true, there's a lot of elements here based on this and the rumors that the leakers have been telling us about, where this just sounds like a Let's Go sequel. And if each of these Pokemon, if each of these starters have their own unique overworld ability, I need to get all three of them on my team so I can fly in the air on Decidueye, swim underwater with Samurott, and I don't want a Hisuian Sneasel. I mean, I do, but honestly, I would want to ride up the mountains with a Hisuian Typhlosion. That sounds amazing. This continues a little bit. Some kind of story elements involving Darkrai and Cresselia. This was brief with a montage of fast clips, and the townsfolk seemed terrified, and the Darkrai was floating above the town, causing NPCs to drop outdoors and sleep. Yes, Darkrai puts people to sleep. Cresselia, I don't even know what its gimmick is. Darkrai is the nightmare Pokemon. What is Cresselia? Just like the regular sleep Pokemon? I thought that was Musharna. There was a rumor that we covered back in the summertime that spoke about a Cresselia and a Darkrai being a part of. They said it was part of the Sinnoh remakes. To be honest, this is a Sinnoh remake game. It's tied up in this whole Sinnoh era. And this rumor mentioned that you would fly on these Pokemon, Darkrai and Cresselia, similar to how you would fly on Latios and Latias in the overworld of Oras. Obviously, nothing came of that in BDSP. I wonder if this is true and these Pokemon help. They end up being bosses in the story of Pokemon Legends Arceus. I wonder if, when you do capture these Pokemon, maybe these will link back to BDSP at some point. They write, within the montage, I saw what appeared to be a Jinx, regional form, or evolution. Oh man. It had what looked like a winter coat layer of fur and a shorter haircut like a bob cut. It was a snowy route and using dazzling gleam. Okay, well, I would wager to bet, I'm not going to look it up, I would wager to bet that Jinx can already learn dazzling gleam. I think what they're implying here is that it's fairy type. You know, it's crazy. Jinx is actually one of the Pokemon hinted at by Ku and suspected to be used by Arceus. Arceus is one of the main characters in Pokemon Legends Arceus, and it's very likely that she's going to have a boss type Pokemon, and it's going to be a Hisuian form most likely. A lot of signs point at a grass type Jinx. We might be looking at a grass and fairy type Jinx. Lastly, the player character was seen with a pickaxe, finding an item that the professor referred to as the Alpha Orb in a dialogue box. It was a shining yellow orb wrapped with those cross wheel-like things around Arceus' body. It even had green gems, so this is clearly in some sort of relation to Arceus. I'm not really sure what it could do. I mean, Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina all have special orbs specifically for themselves. Giratina's orb even changes its form. The fact that Arceus could have its own orb, which it never had before, it has the plates, right, that change its typing. But if Arceus gets a new orb, a new held item, will this orb change its form? Will we see a new form of Arceus? In Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, there is a plate that depicts a new form of an Arceus. A lot of people were thinking, is this a hint at something that we might see in Pokemon Legends Arceus? A lot of this information wasn't known when this rumor was written, and now that I'm reading this rumor, I'm feeling like, what the heck? The rumor that we're reading right now really is starting to feel like it might be a leak. This rumor was written before a lot of Riddler Ku's information. That's all I could note based on the footage I saw. There was a Diamond and Pearl trailer that my team was captioning to, but I didn't see that. I assumed these would be dropping within the next couple of weeks, as they usually went up within 10 to 14 days after we deliver final captions. Anyways, I won't have more to show probably as I start a new job next week. Well, good luck, leaker. I wish you the best of luck. Thank you for working on Pokemon Legends Arceus. You've made history in my mind. So what can we glean from all of this? I would say that this information, this rumor, has a lot of details that are starting to match things that have only come out a couple weeks ago from the Riddler, from the real leakers, the people who know actual information about Pokemon Legends Arceus. If you would like to support me as a creator and gain access to exclusive videos, become a channel member by clicking the join button below. As always, let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and good luck hunting.